Hello YouTube, welcome to Scholarship World. Scholarship World, we say win a scholarship with ease. Now today we are coming to talk about how to actually apply for an Italian visa and win it subsequently. So let's not waste much time. Let's just dive right into it. Now this is the Italian embassy of Ghana page. Now if you want to get to this page, I'll leave the link in the description so that you can easily access this page. Now basically what we want to talk about is how to win or how to apply for the Italian visa and actually win it. So let's go into it and then start what we have to do. Now what you have to do is you come here, um visa for Italy, then you come to this page, you translate it. If you have a Google Translator extension on your Chrome, it will do that for you. Then we come down here. Now when you get to this place, you say 4 questions to find out if you need an entry visa to come to Italy. So you actually answer this question: where are you from? I'm from Ghana, so I choose Ghana. Where I permanently reside, Ghana, and then choose that. And then you choose the number of days you want to stay. You would be staying in Italy over 90 days, so you choose this one. Then reason for stay, let's say for education. I'm doing this for educational purposes, so education, study, so study. So if you actually for any other thing, you can choose from the options below, but for the sake of this stage, I'm actually doing for study. So but you can follow the same procedure for the other processes as well. So you click on next, and then it takes you to this page where you have the information here. um the page is not translating. Let me translate it so that you can see. uh, yes, so entry visa application. Then these are the document that you need, but this is not all. You actually need more than this. So and you have to pay an equivalent of 50 euros to the you have to actually submit the visa at VFS. It's around Marina Mall. You submit this, and then you actually pay a service charge of about 250 260 cedis when you go there. Then and so let's click on the so you need to fill the application form. You need a recent size photograph, white background. You need a valid travel documents, that's your passport, a demonstration of an accommodation in Italy. You have to book an appointment or book a hotel or an accommodation. You can do a dummy booking. You don't have to necessarily pay for the hotel. You just have to do a dummy booking, and maybe I can do that in a different video explaining how you can actually book an accommodation for study purposes or for visa purposes, you understand. Then availability of a means of support to stay in the in Italy, and then you can actually view this. We'll view this in no time. And then health insurance, you have to get an health insurance, travel health insurance as well. And then a pre-registration from the university you intend to attend, you understand. So let's first look at the proof of funds, how much you actually need for the proof of funds for this particular purpose. Now the page is actually in Italian, so let me see if I can get, yes. So this is actually the amounts that you'll be needing. Some are for months. This is basically for per month. So you sum this up for a year, and then you get the total amount. You have to actually you have to get in your account before you can move. But the estimated amount is around 6,500 or 7,000 euros, not Ghana cedis, 7,000 euros Yeah, so around 6,000, 7,000 euros. But I would advise when you are because of some inconsistencies and some trust issues with the embassy, and I don't know, for some reason sometimes even if you submit this 6,000 or 7,000 euros, they will still tell you it is not enough. So when you are going, at least if you know your parents are not having enough money, then you can actually go for an affidavit and get maybe an uncle, a godfather or something like that to include in the proof of funds. You understand? So you have somebody who actually has money and will be willing to use their account or their account statements to actually support your visa application. You can go to them and then go and do an affidavit that maybe your parents are no more or your parents are there but they don't earn enough. So this is the person who actually takes responsibility of you. So you've done the affidavit showing that you are related, and then you can submit it on top of the proof of funds that maybe you are already having, the 6,000 or 7,000. Then you can even get um the business certificate of the person if the person runs a business. Fine. If the person doesn't run a business, then maybe his just his bank account statement to add up to it, and then maybe a property that he or she has, and then you let the person draft something that, oh, he's willing to sell this property to support you when the need arises. You understand? That's You are assured to get the visa. You understand? And this is the most important thing. The proof of funds is actually the most important thing that they look at. If you don't have it, or it is not enough, you are very unlikely to get the visa. But this is also very easy if you have a scholarship, something like the MyC scholarship. If you have a MyC scholarship, then you don't need a proof of funds at all, not for anything. You don't need a proof of funds. You just have to do your dummy flight booking, your visa. Hey, I said visa, your visa fee, your dummy flight booking, your dummy hotel booking, and some other related documents we'll be talking about. Um, so we are going to the visa form. So this is actually the visa form. I hope you can see it well. Yes. So here you have your name. There's actually a version that is in English, and you can get that from the embassy for to fill correctly. So this is just a sample that I am having from the website. I don't really have the one which has already been translated. So this is basically how the visa form looks like. Yes. So yeah, this is how it looks like. Yeah, yeah. So this is how it looks like. You can actually get the translated one when you apply for, when you go to VFS. But I'll try and see if I can get the translated one, and then I'll leave it in the description so that you can have access to that one. And then also um let's look at some other documents that you actually need for the application. um the first one we'll talk about is the certificate of family income and property statement of affairs. And this particular one, it is also important to get, declaring that you actually is a citizen in Ghana, you stay in Ghana, you have your dealings in Ghana. You understand? And this, you can get this from your district assembly. You can get this from your district assembly. You can just draft this letter and then you can send it to them. When you send it to them, you tell them that we are applying for a visa and then you need this. So they should just put it on their letterhead for you. So this, you just put it on their letterhead for you, and then you are good to go. I don't know if I can put this in the description. I'll try and see if I can put it. Then you can actually get it, and then you just submit it. Or if not, you just have take a look at it and then maybe write it down. You can draft it yourself for submission. They should just put it on their letterhead, and then you should be good to go. The second thing is also the your statement of intent. You understand? The statement of intent you might not have an interview, so this intern will be like your interview, you understand? Yes, so this will be like your interview for the visa application, because they might not call you for an interview. They just look upon this and then they do the visa for you, you understand? So this is basically how it looks like. You will just say something about your education, why you are going to study, where you would be arriving at, where you are going to stay, why you are choosing the course you want to stay, what you intend to do after studies and all that. It is very needed. So you can just take a look at this and then draft a similar one for that purpose. So it states after your studies what you intend to do. It should be very clear. It should be very clear, and you can actually get this from your statement of purpose. If you actually apply for a scholarship, then you should have this one. You can just copy and paste it here. It's not anything. Then the course contents, the goals, what you intend to get from the program of study and all that, you understand. Then at the end you include the visa, the document that you'll be attaching to the application. So your visa application form, two passport size photographs, white background, funding, and then the accommodation. You understand? The funding can be your is the proof of funds, and then for my instance, I had a MyC scholarship, so I didn't need to provide the proof of funds. I just had to include a scholarship letter, and then you have to include booking the dummy booking for the accommodation that you do. I'll do a video on that, how to actually book. You understand? And then you can do that on booking.com. You can easily do that on booking.com. Look for an accommodation near where you are going to stay or around where you are going to school, and then you just do a booking. You look for I'll do a video. I'll actually do a video and explain this into details so that you get to know that one too. And then you state you state for this part where I've stated I have won a MyC scholarship and blah 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 blah. You'd actually, if you don't have a scholarship and then you are funding yourself, you actually have to state that you are funding yourself. Your mother is funding you, or your father is funding you, or maybe somebody else is funding you. You've included an affidavit and all that. You understand? So that is it. I just included my MyC scholarship letter and then added this particular letter. You state it, and then the family status competition, the composition, the one I said you have to get from your district assembly. Then your pre-enrollment form, of course, when after you pre-enroll on the school, the forms they send to you, you have to include it, your passport, travel insurance, flight reservation. You also have to do a dummy flight booking. You don't have to pay for the flight, you just do a dummy. You can get any flight agency, tell them you want a dummy flight booking, they can do it for you without no charge. And then I added a debit card. I don't know why, but I added it. And then your English proficiency certificate. For this case, if you studied in an English speaking country, it will be the institutional proficiency, just stating that indeed you did your course in English. Your academic certificate, academic transcript, and birth certificate, these ones would be collected for the declaration of value. So you don't necessarily have to send these ones. The embassy themselves have this, because you apply for a DOV, they already have it, so they will just add it to your visa application and then the other document you submitted for the application, and then you are okay to go. So basically that is it for today's video. Make sure you get your proof of funds like I suggested. If you don't have enough money, or you probably have been able to gather 7,000, endeavor to add like somebody's business, somebody you know's business who is willing to accept support your application. Let him do an affidavit for you, and then you can actually, and together with their bank statement, you can submit that, and then you are very sure to get a visa. So that is it for today's video. Thanks for watching this channel. Please share, like, comment, and then subscribe to the channel to grow more. Thank you very much, and it's a good night. Adios.